This is the Iowa Weather Report for Tuesday, June the 11th, 2013. Now our first look at the 0Z GFS Model Run. This is at 1 p.m. this afternoon. We have a 594 ridge, small little bubble of 594 over the Red River Valley around Wichita Falls over to Childress, Texas. But we're on the north side of that ridge, and that means we'll have some showers and thunderstorms popping up. It looks like the better chances in the afternoon hours will be over the Dakotas and Nebraska, with maybe some isolated activity around here. It'll be mainly sunny with highs well into the 80s, maybe some low 90s. But along with the hot weather and the storm system nearby, that brings severe weather. A slight chance of severe weather for today and mainly tonight for Montana, Wyoming, into South Dakota, Nebraska, southern Minnesota, into the northern half of Iowa, into Wisconsin, Illinois, and northwestern Indiana. When we look at the tornado threat, the best chance of seeing any tornadoes will be over the Black Hills through the Badlands of South Dakota to about the Missouri River. That'll be where the storms initiate during the afternoon and into the early evening hours. And then as they spread east, the wind threat will really increase from about where the tornado threat ends across South Dakota, far northern Nebraska, into southern Minnesota and northern Iowa, namely along and north of Highway 20 or so, and west of about Highway 63. And along with that, we have a hail threat. The standard 15% hail threat. The better chances of larger hail will be over the Badlands and into the Black Hills of South Dakota and adjacent northeastern Wyoming. When we move ahead to Wednesday, the low pressure center will be somewhere in the eastern part of Iowa. The GFS has it a little further south near the Iowa-Missouri border. Some showers and thunderstorms are possible early in the day and then again late at night in the eastern counties, and that's why the Storm Prediction Center has a slight risk of severe weather for Wednesday and Wednesday night for eastern Iowa, eastward into the Ohio River Valley, and also across Montana and Wyoming. This is going to be for early day thunderstorms that could be severe, and then late day storms that form in the eastern half of Iowa and then quickly spread eastward into Illinois and Indiana. So the severe weather threat on Wednesday will likely be very early, then again in the afternoon, and by mid-evening the storm should be long gone. Thursday, that storm is way long gone. It's over the east coast, a low pressure west of Philadelphia, some showers and thunderstorms across the Ohio and Tennessee River Valley. But if you watch, that front begins to lift back north across the Dakotas and Nebraska, and by Friday, that's moving back into the state again with more showers and thunderstorms. There could be some severe weather with that. It's too early to determine that at this time. Temperatures will be a couple degrees cooler than the temperatures of today, likely in the 70s to low 80s, and that'll be the case here Saturday, and unfortunately another weekend and another chance of showers and thunderstorms with a couple low pressure centers, one well off into Canada, another over southwestern Kansas, and then they kind of diverge. One goes into the Great Lakes, one still is over southwestern Kansas, but it looks like the shower and thunderstorm activity looks to end Saturday night, and Sunday looks to be fairly calm, maybe a few clouds, maybe a very isolated shower with highs around 80. But that system is still hanging around here Monday. If there's any chance of any isolated activity, it looks to be over the southern half of the state. Otherwise, better chances across the Ohio and Tennessee River Valley and up into New England. And we look at a week from today, you see the 594 ridge over New Mexico. We have a fairly potent system crashing into the west coast, another trough over the Great Lakes and northeast, and a fairly big Rex block building way up into northern Canada. And that'll bring us some high pressure with cooler conditions, but as you can see, a frontal system will be off to our southwest again, and that could mean some activity by Tuesday late night into Wednesday of next week, and you can see some tropical possibilities in the south. A couple days after that, as we head into Voodoo on the 22nd, we have a ridge still over the south, over the Gulf Coast into Texas, Oklahoma, trough over New England, another system moving across the northern Rockies, and we haven't changed anything. There's that frontal system. It's still seemingly there, with a very isolated chance at a shower or storm along that front. Temperatures look to remain seasonal. Highs around 80, cooler northeast, warmer southwest. At the end of the forecast on the 26th, well, we don't have a ridge or a trough. We have pretty much a wavy pattern. You can see that Rex block still well up across northern Canada into the Arctic. And with the main westerlies well to our north, and it doesn't look to be much of any activity around. Some rain showers, thunderstorms over New England into the mid-Atlantic, some tropical activity mischief over Florida, and another system coming in to the northwest. The satellite image from last evening showed a storm system off or just along the East Coast with some showers and thunderstorms, a little bit of severe weather earlier on Monday, and a few showers and thunderstorms across the Plain States. That's with the system that will be coming through today. The watch warning map from last evening, we had some flash flood watches ongoing across New England and into the mid-Atlantic, a couple of river flood issues across the Carolinas up and through the Mississippi River Valley, and red flag warnings across Colorado and northern New Mexico. QPF chart precipitation over the next 5 days through Saturday evening at 7 o'clock, showing any rainfall amounts will be fairly dependent on any of the thunderstorms that move through, but maybe upwards of 3/4 of an inch to 1.25 inches are possible.